Hello everyone, welcome to a little sketchbook tour video. I am your host, Kira Pescador, and today we are going to be exploring this lovely little sketchbook right here called Normalcy. Why is it called Normalcy, you might ask? Well, this sketchbook takes place between February to August 2020, unfortunately. Yeah, and I basically use this sketchbook to draw from life, and because of that, I feel like I really captured the descent of man from old normal to new normal. So yeah, that's why it's called Normalcy. But anyway, let's get started. Here on the first page, you can see I'm using an Illo sketchbook. It is like my favorite sketchbook so far, simply because the paper is smooth like butter and it feels so good on my hand. I personally prefer it. I know some people like a more toothier texture, but nah, this is my shit. This is my shit. Okay, so on the next page you'll see that it is blank because we don't like drawing on the first page. The first page is scary. So what do I do with things that scare me? I avoid it. And let's move on to the second page. So here, as you can see, it is February 2020 in the sketchbook universe. Everything is fine. I'm drawing from life. Everyone is happy. Everyone can go outside. I can sit in a coffee shop. I can sit at the mall without worrying about dying or contracting a virus. So yeah, everyone is just fine and dandy, and no one knows what's going to befall them in March. Yeah, so I mainly use this sketchbook to draw from life. Here is a little mini comic of when my coworker got me a bagel and it had jalapenos on it, and I am not too much of a fan of jalapenos, but you know what, it was a gift and I am a grateful girl, so I ate that shit anyway. I am not gonna turn down a gift. I'm just that person, okay? Next page. Here we have more drawing from life. It's still February. Everything is still fine. I'm living life, going outside more because I mainly started going outside and drawing this year. I'm usually a homebody, but this year I wanted to go outside more and draw more. And that kind of turned to shit. I also wanted to use this sketchbook to practice drawing straight from pen more, simply because I don't like pencil. Just the way that it smears all over the place, I'm just over it, and ugh. And I heard word on the street says that you can be more confident in your lines if you draw straight from pen, and I found that to be absolutely true. Like, oh my god, I don't have to press Control Z as much anymore now that I've been drawing in pen like this entire year. So yeah, I'm mainly a digital artist, and I've been neglecting paper for quite some time, so I wanted to get back into drawing on paper on my free time or whenever I can. And yeah, I found that drawing in pen really helped me out in not pressing Control Z like 1,000 times. Now I probably press it 100 times. Here are some high fashion drawings from Pinterest. Drawing girls, like cool girls, is like my jam. It is my comfort zone. Here, as you can see, the background is shimmery. I used a knockoff metallic Sharpie pen because that was all I had lying around in my room. Yeah. Here are some running studies because I was working on a personal storyboard at the time, and it required drawing my OC running, and then I realized, oh shit, I don't know how to draw someone running, so I had to practice it. And as you can see over here, it's wrong, and over here it's wrong, because people don't run with the same arm and leg going up at the same time. Does that make sense? Like, you run with the opposite arm and the opposite leg going up. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, whatever. Next page. Yeah, here is more drawing from life. Everything is still normal. It's still the beginning of March. The virus is coming. The virus is coming. Here is how I imagine myself every time I draw from life. I feel like I look like a creep. Okay, the reason why I only started life drawing this year was because this whole time, just the idea of drawing in public scares me. Like, I would get like a huge anxiety just with the idea of someone like noticing me, looking at them or drawing them, and I just imagine a whole confrontation in my head, and I don't want to deal with that. Like, so I finally mustered up the courage this year to, you know, finally draw from life, because I wanted to get better at my craft. It actually helped me a lot in the way that I draw. Here are more drawings from life at the mall. More drawings from life at the mall. One thing that really helps me to gain courage in going out and drawing is like just bringing a friend or a family member that also needs to get work done. Like, just sit at a coffee shop with someone that you know. Like, for some reason there is power in numbers. Just like being around someone gives you like somewhat of a courage. I don't know why that is, but at least that's what happens for me. But anyway, here are some more Pinterest drawings from done in March. Fun fact, my favorite color combination is blue and orange. But yeah, I know that's probably like one of the most basic combos of colors out there, because like it's the most basic form of warm versus cold, but you know what, it reminds me of the sunset, so I like it. So next page is a little more elf character explorations. It's like a little snow elf. Here I tried to use washi tape as a background because I thought it would be a great idea if I could do that, since I own like an ungodly amount of washi tape. Ugh, I own too much washi tape, so I had to find other ways to use it, you know. So I thought it'd be cool to like white it out and draw on top of it, but it turned out to be not enjoyable. So I was gonna do it again, but I was like, you know what, I am not subjecting myself to that again, so let's just move on. And I ended up drawing a thick man. Next page is more drawings from life. And then here is when the lockdown happened and I could not sit in a coffee shop or a mall anymore. But I really wanted to draw from life because that was my goal for the year. So what did I do? I sat in a parking lot and drew people because I am dedicated. Here are some composition studies. Every time that I come across like a cool artwork I see online, or like a cool shot I see in a film or TV, I will jot it down in my sketchbook. A lot of these are from artists on the internet and just films. Fun fact, this sketchbook is actually available on Gumroad, but this particular page is not included in that digital copy, simply because I don't feel comfortable selling something from that I studied from another artist. Yeah, if you like something, I totally recommend you like study it because you like it for a reason, you know. Next page is some drawings at home because I can't go outside anymore, because in the sketchbook universe the virus got serious. And it is March 2020, or towards the end of March 2020. So I ended up drawing a lot at my house. Here I got very familiar with the walls in my house. Here are some drawings from my house. Luckily, my family decided it would be a great idea to have Saturday barbecues every Saturday. So I was able to do some life drawings during our family Saturday barbecues, but I found out that when you draw people, especially your family members, and they see you, they're not always gonna be happy with the way that you draw them, because especially when you're drawing from pen, it's like you don't draw them accurately simply because you can't erase, and then when they see what you're drawing they think they're ugly when actually they're not. You just drew them wrong, but you can't do anything about it because it's in pen. And like they find out that they have these features that they didn't know they had. I'm just, ugh, I'm sorry I had to draw you ugly. I just, you're not ugly, it's just I have a pen I can't erase, and I don't always have mistake tape on me. And what do I mean by mistake tape? I mean like just random pieces of tape or anything. Like over here I use it, you might not be able to see it, but I just have like this post-it tape thing that I carry around sometimes, and whenever I make a mistake I'll just slap it on. Yeah, it's funny because the whole purpose of a pen was to not erase, and here I am carrying mistake tape, but like it definitely does help me erase less than an actual pencil and eraser. So here towards the end you can see I'm not drawing from life as much as I did before. I'm starting to draw from my computer or like the internet. Here are some drawings from a Netflix series that's called AJ and the Queen. Here are some drawings from an animal documentary that's on the internet. More animal documentaries from the internet. More animal documentaries from the internet. Yeah, it's just I can't go out as much because in the sketchbook universe it is now July 20 and no one wants to go outside. Here I drew some little lizard thingies, and here you can see it got smeared like shit on a napkin. But it's whatever, just leave it, it's fine. It's towards the end of the sketchbook. No one gives a shit about the end, towards the end of the sketchbook. Here are some drawings of mimes. Here you could find the YouTube video that I referenced. It is I actually think drawing from mimes is like one of the best ways to study acting, because mimes are like masters in pushing expression, you know? Like, so if you want to practice like expressive poses, I totally recommend drawing mimes. Next page is like little thumbnail thingies that I plan to do nothing with. Here I started drawing from life again, except in parking lots, because I am not trying to sit out in public. No, 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 no. So here I found like a little food truck area near my house, so I pretty much just parked there and drew the people ordering food. As you can see, people are starting to wear masks more, and we see the, you know, the change from old normal to new normal. Everything is different. Everything is fine. Here are some Incredibles 2 studies, because why not? Why not? Here are some drawings from YouTube videos called Primitive Tech. Pretty sure everyone is familiar with those types of videos. They're pretty popular. Here I used a yellow mistake tape, and you can see all my friggin' mistakes. So ta-da! I think I ran out of the white one here, so I don't know. Yeah, here are some Supergirl doodles. It looks like I got white mistake tape again. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm not too happy with this page. But you know what, it's like the last-ish page, so who cares? And here is a pen testing page and an ideas page. As you can see, I did not check off any of my ideas. I like to keep the ideas in the back for those drawings that you want to draw but don't have time to draw. Anyway, that concludes the end of this sketchbook. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are safe. Thank you. You can actually purchase the sketchbook on Gumroad, which I will link in the description below. Thank you. Goodbye.